welcome back to my channel. My name is Mandy and I just got back from a doctor's appointment. It's Friday and today the Tortured Poets department was released, and oh my god, I already cried on my way here because of how good it is. So I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and do some work and check back in later. So made it to the parking lot. It started to rain, so I'm not too excited about that. But I listened to, well, the first part pretty much of the Dead Poets Society. No, the Dead Poets. The Tortured Poets department. And oh my god, I have cried already to some of the songs. It is so good, but I'm sad about it. Like, I don't know, some of the songs just hit a bit too close to home. Again, which is the way with every single Taylor Swift album, so I'm not too surprised about that. But yeah, so very good album. Just gonna continue listening to it and just continue crying to it pretty much, because that's all there's left to do at this point. There's no way in hell I will remember or memorize all the 31 songs that she put out today, so I'm just gonna enjoy it. I probably have to Google like some of the words that she's singing, because that girl's vocabulary is just insane, honestly. Like, there's so many words in there that I have never heard of, or I have heard of but actually have no idea what the hell they mean. So we're gonna continue listening to it, continue learning some English, and while I'm doing that, I am also trying to understand some other things that I'm trying to learn. So we are just on a little learning spree right now, and I might also check out what's new in H&M. Back home. Apologies for not vlogging a whole lot while I was in the coffee shop and then just browsing the stores. The weather is so awful. It is just raining, it's super windy, it's cold, and I'm just not a fan. Also, there was absolutely nothing in stores, so I didn't buy anything, which is good because I don't have the money anyways. So yeah, but I'm back home now and I'm gonna continue listen to the Tortured Poets department, because that album is so good, and obviously I want to memorize the lyrics. No way in hell I can do that today or this weekend. There are 31 songs and they are packed with words, so I'm just gonna enjoy listening to it and do some work on my computer and just have a very relaxed evening. So I just got the Tortured Poets department in the mail, and this thing is massive. Like, and this is not what I expected it to look like. So you open it up, you got the CD and the songbook, which, like, this entire CD case is just massive. You just, you know, got like your typical songbook and the epilogue, and then you open up the back department, and that's where the artifacts are in. and I ordered the Manuscript. And in here you have a magnet, which I think is so cool. You got something for like a jacket or something to put this on. But then you got pictures of Taylor, pretty much, I think. Yeah, it's like back when she did the Polaroids the first time for 1989. It's kind of like the same idea, which I think is really cool. And then I haven't even looked at these yet, but and then you have the bookmark, which I think is really nice as well. It just says the Manuscript right here, and I read a bunch, so I love this. And the album is just so good. For now, I feel like my top 5 are Love of My Life. I'm not gonna do like a ranking, they're not ranked, it's just the 5 that I love the most currently. Love of My Life, So High School, But Daddy I Love Him, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, and I'm Gonna Get You Back. And I also really love Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Like, that's just so good. The entire album is just so good. And yeah, that was my little Taylor Swift The Manuscript edition unboxing. The only downside is that this is so big and I want to keep this in my dad's car, but now I don't know. I mean, I'm still going to, but like it's massive. But yeah, it's Saturday. We just went out for lunch. We went to an Indian restaurant right across the street, and it's so good. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of grocery shopping. The weather is absolutely awful. And then later on we are going to a birthday party for a friend of my parents. So yeah, that is on my Saturday. It is already Wednesday, which I honestly cannot believe. I have no idea where this week has gone. On when did I start this? On Friday into Saturday. I didn't do anything on Sunday. I laid in my bed. Well, actually no, I laid on my couch like the entire day. I just needed a lazy Sunday. Then I worked on Monday. Yesterday I actually had to go into the office, so I went to Berlin, and then my dad actually picked me up from work and we went to an ice hockey game, which I love ice hockey. I've mentioned this before, ice hockey and American football are my 2 favorite sports, and the team that we're rooting for is in the finals right now, so that's obviously very interesting to see. Then we went for dinner first, and actually my ex walked by the restaurant. I was like, is that him? And then I took a closer look after I saw him again walking by, and I was like, yeah, that's him, which shouldn't surprise me all that much because he's also a huge ice hockey fan. But because it was a Tuesday and Berlin is like 1.5 hours away, I just did not expect that. But yeah, didn't see him for the rest of the evening. or anything, but interesting to see somebody from, you know, our like small town at an event like that. So yeah, that was that. We got home super late. I went to bed at around 1 a.m. and then I had to work today as well, so I got up, or I woke up at 7 a.m. so a good 6 hours of sleep, and then I got to work. And that was pretty much my Wednesday. This entire vlog though, I feel like I only talked about Taylor Swift's new album, which to be fair needs to be talked about because it is so goddamn good. And honestly, if this album would have like come out like 3 years ago, my emotional state definitely wouldn't have handled it well, but I'm more mature now. I'm not gonna post every single song in hopes that some people are gonna listen to it and be like, is that song about me? No, we're no longer doing that. We are mature. We're not sending certain songs to certain people anymore. So, but yeah, it's a very good album. I feel like I cannot actually do a ranking of my favorite songs though. I feel like all of them are like my number one right now. The only one that I don't listen to as much, but I still think is a really good song, is Robin. And actually I don't listen a lot to, well, no, actually I do. I don't know, I feel like I love all of them. I really do. But I guess, yeah, Robin's the only one that I don't listen to as much. But the rest, absolute love those. They are so good. But I think actually So High School might be my favorite Taylor Swift song in a long time. I feel like So High School, Sparks Fly, and Cold As You are my top 3 Taylor Swift songs of all time. Which is weird because So High School obviously just came out, but it is so good. It's the exact kind of sound I hope her next album is gonna be like, because obviously this was like a book closed and like we're moving on from this part of her life, which is why it's like super sad and tortured. But I feel like the next album is gonna be a whole lot more happy, hopefully, and you know, full of love songs obviously. And like if So High School and The Alchemy are any indicators for how in love she is and how her next songs are gonna sound like, sign me up for that because it's so good. I definitely didn't intend to make this a review of the album, but it's all I've been listening to, it's all I was able to think about, so I feel like it just makes sense that I'm gonna mention it a whole lot in like any content that I put out. It's also all on my TikTok. Like every TikTok I upload has a different song from the album in it. It's so good. It's such a good album. I'm trying to think like what I like, maybe my top, let's do my top 7. I cannot do my top 5, I think. They're not ranked though. I could not rank them. But Down Bad is up there. Love of My Life, or Loss of My Life, LOML, you know. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me, The Alchemy, So High School, I'm Gonna Get You Back. It's getting difficult over here. I don't know if I want to say I Look in People's Windows or if I want to say The Prophecy. They're all so good. Just go and listen to the album if you haven't already. It's just one of the best things she has put out, in my opinion. Even though so many critics, honestly, like, I don't even know, it's like the whole like general public is against her again. Just because she's a powerful woman who breaks all kind of records. I love the album. I'm gonna continue listening to it, and I'm gonna spare you any more of me talking about this album, and I'm gonna end this vlog right here. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I would love to see you in my next video. Bye!